That song is by Sona Jobate. She is from, actually she's from England, but she's half the Gambian. And the name of that song is Mama Muso. Okay? That's the name of the song. Greetings, my sister Phoebe. How are you? Yeah, check her out on Star Power. Check her out on YouTube. Sona Jobate. It's SONAJOBARTEH. Okay? She's Gambian. She's the only female kora player in the world. She's a griot. Okay? Go check her out. Alright, family. I had some people asking me and waiting for me to about September 23rd, okay? And mostly what I've seen on YouTube is I've seen pretty much a lot of Bible prophecies and a lot of people talking about, you know, whatever's going to happen on September 23rd is related to what was read in Revelations, okay? Now, family, y'all know I'm an African traditional healer. I don't do the Bible. But I am familiar with it and have read it, okay? Revelations, Revelations, Revelations. I think it's the fall of Babylon, okay? And hello, Sherry Wilkins. How are you? And, you know, honestly speaking, as we do know, man is just mere man, okay? But man has to, or has a very, very big ego. And his ego says, we're going to live it out all the way to the end, okay? Which means, family, which means that he is going to try his damn bestest, okay, to carry out the book of Revelations, okay? Now, honestly speaking, there's been many things that have been said. Aliens are coming, Nibiru, planet Nibiru will be visiting us, you know, on September 23rd. You know, you've had many different things, okay, that were said, many different videos here on YouTube talking about what's supposed to take place. What have you heard, Brother Dinkler?
Basically, like you said, the fall of Babylon. What they're trying to do is create these Bible prophecies, get people to fear. And one of the things that they really wanted to do was bring about the reign of Lucifer for another 1,000 years, which I think equals up to their reign for another 1,000 years. But that's not going to happen because the people that are trying to make this happen, they're actually dying off. So it's not going to happen. But it's a good try.
Well, you know, family, I'm going to say this, okay? As you all probably heard me talk about, the transformation. We talked about the age of Aquarius. We talked about coming out of the age of Pisces, the Christian age. We are coming out of the age of Pisces. My theory, this is my theory now, September 23rd is the completion of this age of Pisces, okay? Now, I'm going to say this. you know, what we have to understand, there's a major transformation, there's spiritual warfare, okay? And what's happening is, you know, of course they're going to continue to try to win the battle, okay? Excuse me, win the war. I'm sorry. They're going to try to win the war. And this war basically is speaking of the fact that, you know, of course, as in the Bible, as they quoted, you know, Satan is supposed to come and try the people, and Satan is supposed to do this and do that, or whatever he's supposed to do, okay? Whatever that Satan is supposed to do. Now, basically Armageddon, you know what I mean? When they speak of Armageddon, it's supposed to be the end times, okay? Armageddon is within. Armageddon is within, so without, as above, so below. Our ancient Kemetic ancestors said, or Egyptian ancestors said, as above, so below, as within, so without. The war that we are experiencing is the war, okay, the Armageddon war, but this war is within. It's not outside of us. And what's happening is you are going to choose whether to be on the righteous side or the unrighteous side. And we also had a portal that was open that let more of these disagreeable spirits in, and as you all call them, demons. Okay? So they're working overtime, family. When I tell you these demons are working overtime, they're using your family, your sister, your brother, your mother. They're using friends. They're using your job. You understand? So, I'm going to tell you like this. What we have to understand is that they are also walking through many. Walking through. When I say walk through, body walkthroughs. You know what I mean? Like possessing your body. Making you do things you don't want to do. Making things appear the way that they should not appear. And if you are not spiritually inclined to see what's going to happen, is they're going to affect you. But this is part of the major or the big spiritual warfare. Okay? This is part of the spiritual war. So their goal is to try to take as many spirits to the unrighteous side as they can. As you see, we are in such chaos between what's going on. Well, let's put it this way. To me, it's just an illusion. But what's going on with North Korea? What's going on with the weather? You know what I mean? So there's so many things that's taking place that seems to be chaotic to the human eye right now. It looks like it's just a mess. It's just like this world is about to end. But don't let them fool you. Okay? Don't let them fool you. Don't get caught up in Armageddon. That war within. That war that says either you're going to go this way or this way. Okay? Do not let the outside world, which is pretty much chaotic right now, pretty much run by disagreeable spirits, affect the inside world. Okay? Now, this has to take place. And as I told you all before in many of my other videos, they have been warned. The weather. Many are saying, oh, it's HAARP, it's HAARP, it's HAARP, it's HAARP, it's HAARP. Let me tell y'all something. HAARP hasn't caused this weather that we're seeing getting ready to come down here. Okay? There's some beans under that sea that y'all don't know about. There's some beans under that sea off of my island in Cabo Verde, Africa. And every time, if y'all see it, all the storms brew under my island for Cabo Verde. Now, what's crazy is, they think, you know, everybody got a damn theory, everybody got an opinion, just like an asshole, okay? But understand this and understand this clearly.
And they all stink.
They understand this and understand this clearly. Well, we must understand. Man thinks they're invincible. But man is not running everything down here. Man is not running everything down here. So understand that clearly. And what we must understand is that this is also works of other beings. Okay? As I told you all before, they have been warned by the Great Mother, which is the earth. These cleansings have to take place. Not only are we in the age of Aquarius, the water and the air, they have to take place. Okay? Now, Sean Jackson, you recognize the spirits, right? And I'm telling you, it's happening a lot. I'm looking at people's eyes and I'm recognizing them. I'm like, I see that demon in you. I see that damn demon. Get away from me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they rampant, okay? These spirits are not playing, okay? Now, are they called Annunaki or Annunaki? It's Annunaki. It's the Annunaki, okay? Now, what I was going to say is that we have been warned. Man has been warned. Get it together. Man has told, the beings are saying, whether you want to call them ancestors, spiritual beings, Anunnaki, whatever. They're saying, first of all, okay, you all are the caretakers of the earth. You must take care of the earth. Well, man hasn't done such of a good job of doing that. So what's taking place is we're going to see these weather catastrophes coming down. There's going to be some cleansing. As you all see what happened in Texas. We ain't seen nothing yet. We haven't seen anything yet. Watch. Y'all will see. And not because it's hurricane season. No. This has to take place. I told people years ago we will not know winter from summer. Okay? Now, they're saying global changing. Right? Global changing. And that's partly true. It's partly true. But also, it's because we as the beings haven't come together as a collective to want to see this earth clean again. We also help participate in it. You got the so-called chemtrails. You got, the oil, the what do you call it? The pollution. You know what I mean? So we have contributed to tainting mother's womb. What do you expect? Did you think she wasn't going to come back? Did you think these beings wasn't going to say, look here, we're letting y'all know. Y'all corrupting this earth. Y'all are doing too much. Okay?
No.
So part of it is global changing. It's mother fighting back. Okay?
Sun, Moon, and Stars. He said that Annunaki told him that there are other black men origins are from other Anunnaki, but not all black men are from the Anunnaki. And then he said they showed him white skin, blonde hair, blue eyes. And he said these beings were reptilians.
Okay. I just got a message from one of my clients, and I'm not sure if she's watching. She hit me on Facebook. She says, Raquel, her name is Raquel. Hey, Nikki, I'm here in South Carolina with my kid's dad. Their dad is fighting for his life. I really don't think he will make it, but if you can, send some positive energy to them, and I really would appreciate it. Raquel, if you're watching, I want to say this. Send me his first name. Just give me his first name. And prepare your kids. I'm going to say prepare your children, okay? If it's the will of the ancestors, he'll be okay. If it's not, prepare your babies, okay? Interesting. Okay. What was the question in the chat? Somebody had a question?
Thought I heard the chat go. Why are they called the Anunnaki?
Why are they called the Anunnaki? I don't know. I don't know why they're called the Anunnaki. I mean, maybe that's what they named themselves. Okay? Maybe that's what they named themselves. And, family, there's more beings than just the Anunnaki. You all know that, right? I had somebody pose a question to me in the chat and asked me, were there other beings on the planet Mercury and Saturn? As I told you before, okay, this is my theory, and this is what I've seen spiritually, that every planet has beings on them. They're just made up of the elements of their planets. So you have beings that are made up of the material of Mercury. You have beings that are made up of the material of Venus. You have beings that are made up of the material of Saturn, of Jupiter, okay? What about Irma hurricane? I think I talked about that when I did September predictions last week, okay? I told you all, I actually seen Irma coming through the islands. I kept seeing the islands. I kept seeing the West Indies, Jamaica, Bahamas. I seen Puerto Rico. I also seen it coming up the East Coast, and I told you all, okay? I seen it coming up the East Coast. Okay, so if it's going to Florida, the Bahamas is right there next to Florida. So I think I mentioned that. as well. Yeah, ask what's his name and what happened. Okay, Florida. I did mention that in one of my other predictions. I think I mentioned Florida having a hurricane. I love a hurricane. Yeah. Okay. Sun Moon says, say other beings come to me and show me things. I wish I could talk to you because, well, share some of it. I mean, I wish I could put you on. How do I put you? I don't know how to work this thing yet. I'm still learning, y'all. I know on Facebook we could add another guest, okay? Hey, Nikki, how are you? Yeah, we can add another guest. Interesting. Very interesting. What do I see in the west? Carla Moreno, I think I told you all, guys, I kept seeing some tornadoes come to the west. I see some tornadoes coming to the west. The west is going to get hit by some weather, too. I see some hurricanes and tornadoes coming to the west. Okay? California, Arizona. I seen something coming through Seattle, Washington, the west. Yes. Yep. Someone, we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure out how to work it because I should be able to put you on as a guest on here. I don't know how they do it, but I'll figure it out. I seen the all black eyed people have you, my sister. Sean Jackson, the all black. I heard about that. And, you know, honestly speaking, those all black eyed people, when their eyes turn black like that, those are disagreeable spirits, okay? Those spirits are disagreeable. And you know what's crazy about that is if you ever look at the eyeball, think about the eyeball. Look at when you look at your eyeball, basically looks like the universe and it looks like nebulas, right? In your eyeball. Think about it. When those eyes turn black, it's like their soul is being sucked from their body. It's like the actual darkness of the universe takes over their body. Think about it. You know, I do a lot of possessions. I haven't done it in a while, but I've done a lot of, you know, exorcisms, okay? And when I tell y'all, I've seen them black eyes, but I'll smack them damn black eyes back to whatever color they was because I don't play with them demons. I don't like them. I don't like disagreeable spirits. But let me tell y'all something. I've seen them. And it's sort of like their soul is sucked out and that disagreeable spirit takes over the body. And that's when you get the black eyes of these beings. But you know, everybody has their theory about what goes on. But you got to know what type of beings you're dealing with. Some people don't know. Some people don't know. You see what I'm saying? These beings are no joke. And them black eyes are being them bodies are being taken over. Now you have many type of different walkthroughs, okay? Yeah, they do take over the emotions. But you got different type of spirits that are working here. You got anger spirits, you got sad spirits, looking for bodies to occupy, you understand? You got, you know, murdering spirits, you got molestation spirits. Let me tell y'all something. It's just not one kind of spirits. These spirits are down here looking for bodies to occupy. And if they'll feed off of weak souls. They feed off of weak souls. And let me tell you something. There's different time. There's one that I was talking to somebody today, not mentioning her name, talking to somebody today, and she said, you know, her husband was drinking and went in the car and started crying. Now, spirits feed off of alcohol. In African tradition, when we deal with certain spirits, we give them alcohol. They feed off of that. It gives them strength. So when you're drinking alcohol, you become an open vessel for these spirits to enter your body. And when they enter your body, okay, they will control your body. Y'all seen exorcism. Y'all seen people that was possessed. They will take over your body. You sitting up there, you drunk as a goddamn skunk and don't know why you're crying, and this spirit is using your body to mess with your emotions. This is real, okay? This is real. This ain't no joke, and it's happening more and more. More and more, family. They do feed off of alcohol. A lot of times, they don't care whether you're dealing with Santeria, Palo, whether you're dealing with voodoo. A lot of times, what do?
You don't even have to be spiritual. They gonna mess with you.
No, she asked if the alcohol, do they feed off of alcohol? Yeah.
I'm saying it don't matter if you.
Well, I mean, it don't. If you're not, it don't even matter if you're spiritual. You know what I mean? They still can, they feed off of your emotions. So if you're angry, if you're sad, if you're mad, if you know what I mean? You got happy ones too. Do I see any bad spots around your daughter Sharon? Your daughter got about 3 disagreeable spirits walking with her. She needs to be careful of the company she keeps, okay? See the comments? She needs to be careful of the company she meets. Okay.
Deshaun Jackson said he met him when woman was drinking, spirits. A lady that had 4 spirits on him. Said that's when he met him.
When who met him? Oh.
Deshaun Jackson.
Okay. Y'all go and we trying to.
You know what? That reminds me.
Saying bad connection. It's all with this damn phone.
Why it's only with this one?
Mm-hmm. Ask them if they can see us.
That just popped up.
What Chinese information, Setra? What Chinese information you talking about? Okay. Our connection's going in and out. That's some disagreeable spirits. They mad because I'm talking about their asses. They said they can see. Set around 100 million soldiers ready to fight. Okay, I didn't see that. Tell me about that. I didn't see that. I haven't even watched the news. Okay.
They say they can see it here. It's fine.
You know what? I got to go back and look at that. Wow. I got to go back and look at that. I didn't see 100. So they're ready. But see, Chinese. Now, whose side are they on, though? Whose side are they on? On North Korea or America? Which side are they on? That's what I need to know. Cause at the end of the day, I told y'all, and I said this back in 2011. They're on North Korea's side. See? What I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? I told y'all. Let me tell you something. Back in 2011, I was walking down the street. I was back home in New York, walking down the street, and I seen World War III, and I seen China. Now, I told y'all my grandmother before she left off this earth seen North Korea. Well, we were both right because guess what? Now they're coming together. Now, I don't know y'all. I'm going to tell y'all what Spirit showed me years ago. Spirit showed me the Chinese coming over here to take over. And, all them so-called FEMA camps that they think they were going to put us in. I don't see there's going to be us, y'all. I'm just being honest. And I'm going to leave it at that. Russia and China gets there. Okay, people have... Okay, y'all going for people who have split persons have spirits on them. You predicted that war North Korea. Well, I'm going to tell y'all like this. I don't know whether to believe it or not. I don't know if it's a whole bunch of... You know what I mean? Well, Sunlight, you got a very good point. But, which means, as I was saying, and I think I posted it here, that you have 90% or maybe 80% of the world that wants peace. The 20 or 10% that we're seeing are the evil ones, okay? What I do know is that when I had that dream years ago and them spirits on top of that mountain, the ancestors and aliens that was talking to me in that dream said they would not let, they told me they shut down all the nuclear weapons around the world. A month later, in real life, Russia showed where one of their nuclear weapons was shut down and hadn't been touched in 3 years. So what Spirit did show me is they're not going to destroy this earth with no nuclear weapons. That ain't happening.
They can still put it on a plane.
It ain't happening. Because at the end of the day, you know what? You're right, son. You have 90% of humanity. Come on now. Nobody wants to get their whole damn city blown up. Nobody wants to deal with that energy. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to deal with it. So with saying that, you make a very good point, son, because the point is, if we feed into it, then we'll be affected by it. You understand? It's sort of like, I tell everybody, the world that you create is the world that you live in. Okay? So if you live in a negative world and you constantly thinking negative things, then that's your world and that's how your world is going to be. You see what I'm saying? You got to remove yourself from this world. Now, this don't mean don't pay attention. This don't mean don't prepare. Because I told you a long time ago, get your survival kits ready. Not just for the weather. Stock up on water. Stock up on food. You don't know what's going to happen. But the most important thing is keeping your behinds very, very close to the very thing called nature. Talking to the planets. Talking to the moon. Talking to the sun. Talking to the trees. Make sure you keep your behind real close with nature. Okay? Now, what I do know is that the worst thing you want to do, though, is fear. Don't fear. Don't get scared. Because when you get scared, that's when they get you more. When you fear. When you're scared. They feed off of that fear energy. Okay? And then they be like, I got you. I got you. Don't get scared. But still prepare. Okay? Do you see the beings shutting down their nuclear weapons, or is that a false saying? Honestly, Renee, I had a dream about it. I'm not going to say all my dreams are prophetic, but some of them do come to pass. And honestly speaking, what I see spiritually is that I do know that they're not going to let it happen. I do see that they'll shut it down. See, man didn't create... See, man got too much goddamn ego. Man just thinks they're so goddamn invincible. If you're so invincible, figure out how the hell we came about. You understand? Figure out how we came about. Figure out how the hell we can live forever if that's the case, if you're so goddamn bad. See, man has gotten a very, very big ego. And these beings and these spirits are saying, humble yourself down. Because you all are just mere men. Everything on this planet is a cycle. Like a cycle, even including your life. Your body don't last forever. Man just runs their mouth. But man does not have more power than that very thing called water, as I tell people. Than the very, whatever or whoever created us beings. Some believe that is God. Some believe that it was aliens. I believe that we came from water. I don't know if it was, I believe we came from water. I believe that we also part of the star system. It's an African thing. So we don't know. It's called a mystery of life. Okay? But I'm going to say like this. The most important thing is I know they do not and will not destroy this earth with using their nuclear weapons. Okay? I see that. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. All right, family, we're back. We're back. Any other questions? You ain't missing questions. Let me see.
It's a bit spotty. I'll check out when it posts. I'll check it out when it posts.
What's the question? All right, family, we're back live. You all can see us?
Yeah, you can see.
Okay. You missed some question. Now, what's TOQ? Somebody said, is hurricane coming to TOQ? What is that? Tell me. What? You did remote viewing on Donald Trump. What you're seeing is not good. They're trying to open something, or they are worshiping something bad. So what did you do? You went into Donald Trump's spirit? Because you know there's a difference. How did you do it? Because I go into people's bodies and I look from their eyes. So what did you do, son? Tell me what you did. Tell me what you did. What is the oldest surviving intelligent being on this planet? You talking about human being?
You said being, period. You just said being.
What type of being? Explain, because I know the oldest tribe on this planet is the Khoikhoi tribe. The Khoisan tribe, they're the oldest tribe on this planet. But honestly speaking, you know, I'm going to say, first of all, there's something that you know, crosses my spiritual eye with the Sphinx being the overseer of the earth, with at one time this land being, you know, ran by the cat people, okay? They come from outer space, okay? So I have a lot of thoughts on, you know, there was different beings on this planet before us human beings came on this planet, okay? I know we went through an evolutionary process of transformation with our bodies as different type of beings, but I believe, and I still believe, that there's other type of beings on this planet, not just human.
Carla Morena said, what about the felines? She said the felines.
The feline beings, the cat people, yeah, basically. Okay. Now, Samoon, tell me about it. You're saying they're worshiping something bad, something bad. You know, honestly speaking, Samoon, you know, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You know, I'm looking through Donald Trump's eyes, and let me tell you something. Donald Trump is being used as a puppet right now. Donald Trump is being controlled, mind control. As business smart as he is, politically dumb he is, okay? And with saying that, Donald Trump is not himself. Donald Trump is being controlled like a puppet. And looking through his eyes, what I see with Donald Trump is that Donald Trump is tired of this. Donald Trump wants to go back to his Trump life. You see what I'm saying? And what I see with him is that he volunteered for this, but he wish he never would have did it. Because now he's caught the hell up. Donald Trump want to be relaxing in his goddamn jacuzzi somewhere in one of his Trump towers, okay? And what Spirit showed me through his body, he's getting tired. Okay, but Donald Trump, something going on with Donald Trump's health. I see his heart, I see blood pressure, I see stroke. I don't know. Something's going on with Donald Trump. But I also heard there was two. Y'all heard about that? All I know is that Donald Trump wish he would have never volunteered for this right here. This man want to be laying down somewhere in goddamn Palm Beach somewhere. You know what I mean? So I don't know about that.
That's probably why he take all them vacations.
Okay, yeah, it was Dick Gregory who said there was two Trumps. Renee Agavine said that, am I pronouncing it right? Agavine said that I'm a cat person. Oh, I love cats. Oh, I love the cats. I don't know what it is about cats and me, but I you know, always love cats. Yeah. Yep.
We talking about shit they don't want us to talk about. Talking about shit they don't want us to talk about.
I thought about Trump with my eyes closed, and it popped in my first eye. Then he faded away. My spirit was dropping in on him or something, and I saw people or something in black robes. 10. It's probably part of that sacred society shit that they be doing. You know what I mean? He's probably all down with that cause. You know what I mean? Son, learn how to go into people's body and see from their eyes. You see? Go into their bodies. Place your spirit inside of their bodies and look through their eyes and read their minds. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. It's like I do medical intuitive, where I can see inside of your body. I can tell you what's going on inside of your body. Do basically what you want to do. Instead of looking inside their body, take yourself into their body and look through their eyes. I do it all the time. I've been doing it for years. And see if you could do it with somebody you know first. See if you could do it with somebody you know first. And don't say nothing. Do it without their knowledge. You know, family member, somebody you know. And then see what you can feel while you're in their body. And then when you do that, what you do is ask them how they're feeling or what their thoughts are. Okay? I do it all the time when I do readings for somebody. And, you know, I had one lady and I was doing a reading for her. And she was at my store. And I told her, I said, your husband... I went into his body. I told her, I said, he's not thinking about marriage. I said, what he's saying is that, you know, he doesn't want to do it again. She goes, and that's exactly what he said. I said, I know, I'm in his body. I said, I see what he said. You know what I mean? You can do it. You can do it. You're almost there. You can do it. Who said something and you said we're talking about something real?
No, I just said that was
or is the Obamas a part of the what?
Come on. I don't know what they're talking
about. Tina Marie's deja vu was deep. She said she knew about reincarnation. Yeah, I remember that song. I'm young and I'm old. I'm rich and I'm poor. She said, I feel like I've been on this earth many times before. That's what she said. You're right.
Is Michelle Obama a man? You know how they be hating on the sister.
You know, honestly speaking, family, Michelle Obama's not a man.
Woo.
She's not a man.
I've been saying she wasn't a man for a long time. I thought she was gonna say she's a man.
Michelle Obama is a woman. But you wanna know what's funny? I think she's an alien. I really do. I think she's another type of being. And they don't understand. That's what I think. Andromeda. What are you talking about, Star Blue? You know, Obama, yeah, he was a puppet too.
All presidents are puppets.
I mean, but you know, I'm going to tell y'all like this. If they don't get this shit together, they're going to have some problems. There's going to be repercussions and consequences. Okay? My thing is, you know, we got to get it together. Don't get caught up in the hype and illusions of what's going on the outside of you. Don't sleep on it because you're part of that reality also. But don't get too caught up in it and make it your whole reality. That's what I'm saying. And what we got to understand, family, is that it's very, very important. It's very important that we do pay attention because we still got to live in this corrupt chaos right now, okay? But stay in your little corner, mind your business. You know, don't put no energy in it one way or the other. Make sure you keep going about your daily life and prepare. Prepare for the worst, okay? Because we are a part of the laws of the land, okay?
Colin Moreno says, do you think since the alien is in the human body, is their soul lost?
Yeah, because their soul is swapped out. It's like they suck it out of them. Like they suck their souls out of them.
Kind of like that movie, the one with the you know the movie with the skeleton key.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sun, moon, star. Okay. I want you to be very careful, okay? Because you're open vessel, you're spiritual, okay? Now, what I'm getting from what you've seen is something that they projected into your visions. Be very careful. Do not let them in. Don't let them in. Because
That's a covenant.
first of all, Baphomet was a woman. Baphomet is a very ancient deity from ancient Egypt, from ancient Kemet. Baphomet was not a man, it was a woman. For one.
That's a covenant.
And
Attacking.
I remember seeing those visions, but it came from a movie. I remember a movie like that where they were in robes, black robes. Was it
Those had something to do with
the purge, and they was doing all kind of shit like that?
Oh, you talking about recently, boo.
But see, what's crazy is, you know, they will, and then you had all of this stuff on YouTube about the Bahamian family and all that shit they was doing, and with robes. You gotta be careful, because you also gotta remember, you don't want to take what's in your subconscious mind and bring it to your first eye. Because remember, your subconscious mind is like a big screen in the back, and your eyes are like video recorders, so they plant these things in your subconscious mind. So everything that you see or you know is already planted by man. The 10% of your of your conscious mind is what you want to move towards using more, because like I say, everything you know, another man already knows and was planted in your subconscious mind. So what you want to do is make sure you're not pulling up the visions from your subconscious mind into your first eye. Be very careful with that. And not only that, they have the ability to project these images into your mind. You have to have a very strong mind. Sort of like when you're doing spiritual work, okay? The most powerful ritual you can create is your own. As we say in Africa, the shrine is in you. So when you are doing rituals and they work within 2 hours, an hour, whatever, that's because the power of your mind is very strong. Okay? The intent, but the power, the concentration. And you'll know, because it hurts right here. It hurts right there. Okay? You need to be grounded. And I'm going to tell you something, you need to be grounded, because you have a lot of power, but you need to be grounded. You need to be protected, okay? Your crown, your ori, as they say in Yoruba.
Sun, moon, you need to call us offline.
Call us offline, because you need to be protected. And, yeah, call us offline. I have some stuff I want to share with you. Sean Jackson, yeah, you know, my father's side. Now, my father's side is the Africans in America. My grandfather was a 33rd and 3rd degree Mason as well. The thing about it is that they're higher than that. They have more higher levels. Was he a Prince Mason, or was he a Scottish Rite? Okay?
Scottish Rite into the dark shit.
Maria says, Carla says, do you guide these aliens too? You know, honestly speaking, I communicate with them. I don't guide them. I communicate with them. I have communicated with them. And people think you're crazy when you talk about that, but I have communicated with them. They communicate telepathically. I don't see no mouth. I didn't see any mouths on them. And they give me messages. They do give me messages. I know, son, you have a lot to tell. You don't have to tell me. I know you do. You go through so many things. You're seeing so much right now. It's not even funny. And you're getting messages. Let me ask you a question, someone. Are you getting ringing in your ears? Do you feel like you're able, do you almost feel like you're walking into another dimension, son? You're getting a lot of stuff going on with you. Spirit is also showing me that, have you been seeing some symbols, some type of symbols? Because you got black circles under your eyes. See, I know they're messing with you because I seen the black circles under your eye. You are open. You got to be protected. You're open. You're open. I see it. But the question again, I want to know, have you been seeing different type of symbols? Have your ears been ringing?
I said, what does it mean when you get ringing in your ear?
You know, the body is going through a transformation. We're going through our DNA is reactivating. So what's happening as the planet and this planet transforms and the transformation is taking place in the universe, we're all being affected. The ringing in the air is a message. This is my theory, but this is my spiritual seeing. The ringing in the air is another, like an upgrade they're doing to your body. There's an upgrade going on with the human body, okay? There's different things that they're doing, even down to the point where, and it's not just because of the Mandela effect either. Even now, you can feel it. If you really pay attention to your body, you can feel what's being done to your body based off of the transformation that's taking place in the universe and on this earth. Every species, everything on this earth is transforming. So when you hear that ringing in the air, honestly, I'm getting spiritually that it's messages and it's information that's being downloaded into the DNA. That's what my spirit is showing me.
He said he see symbols, shit around him and everything.
Now, I want you all to be careful, okay? Because you always want to make sure it's not health related, because you also get tendinitis, I think, or tinnitus, or different things going on with your ears. So get checked out. And if you go to the doctor and say nothing wrong, then you know that your body is going through this transformation and going through this awakening process, okay?
Yeah.
But always get checked out first, because it could be something physical. Okay?
Oh, that's Lawrence. So you feel like shit is watching him too.
And, okay, so Lawrence says he feels like stuff is watching him. What about being in a room when you're waking up and seeing a room in your third eye? Are you sure you're not astroplaning out of your body? You sure you're not astroplaning out of your body? Because that's what you could be doing. Now, Lawrence, these beings are watching. They are watching, because I'll be in the kitchen cooking and I'll be like, I feel them right behind me. I see them. They play games. Let me tell you how they are. I was in the kitchen. Y'all know the biscuit thing, right? That you make biscuits with. Well, y'all know I left it on the counter because I was gonna make some funnel cakes. So it had to be on the counter for an hour. Sitting there on the counter, minding his goddamn business. I heard something go pop. I said, "What the hell was that?" I get up and go in the kitchen. Little beans are playing with shit. And open the goddamn thing. As to say, give me some of that. They wanted some. So, yeah, they watching. They be all over the place. I feel them. They be looking out, and I can feel their presence. But they won't show themselves. Sometimes I just see the shadow of them walking, but they watching. And I told you, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Trust me. Sleep paralysis. Let me see. What is paralysis? Okay, basically,
there's some spirits holding your ass down.
Two things can happen with sleep paralysis. Your body, when it goes into your deep stages of sleep, your soul leaves your body. Okay, travels into other dimensions. That's the dream worlds that you see. Sometime, and I've actually encountered some cases that we've done paranormal, because we do paranormal activity family as well. We deal with that. We go to people's houses, we clean them, we deal with exorcisms and all of that. It's a case where these spirits really hold people down, okay? I had a couple of clients like that. I had one woman where she was being held down. And how you know? Because she actually had the marks on her body from these beings holding her down, okay? Now, if you are going into a dream state and your soul leaves your body, that energy leaves your body, you're not going to have marks in your body. But that's what takes place. Either your soul is out of your body and you wake up before it comes back, and you feel like you can't move, or there are beings that will hold you down. Okay? This died. That's why you need to have protection in your house, protection on your body when you're sleeping. Okay?
Protection at your door, your windows.
Windows.
Any entrance into your home.
They come through different things. They come through many different things. Portals. There's certain portals. There's portals. Let me tell y'all something.
They'll come through your animals.
Yep. Animals, cats, dogs. They sure will.
Remember that, like that movie we was watching with Denzel?
Mm-hmm.
And the spirit would jump from person to person. And he tried to kill it. And it jumped
That was
into
the
an
fallen.
animal,
The
and
fallen.
It jumped into an animal.
Cat. It jumped into a cat.
Yep.
Jumped into a cat. Alright, I'm just telling her get him some barrel herb. Okay. Go ahead, what they saying?
I'm in my mom's home. I see something like a flash of white. Chasing flash of black. Does that make sense? She says she sees something white chasing something black, like a flash of black and a flash of white.
You see some white light some dark light chasing white light?
Not white light chasing dark.
Or dark light chasing white light. Which one is it?
White light chasing black light.
Well, out of black light only can come white light. Okay? I'm trying to keep up with y'all comments on here, family.
She said she see the white chasing the dark.
That's interesting. Very interesting. The white chasing the dark. Yeah, William G, the TV is a portal. You're right. The TV can be a portal for that type of energy as well. But see, when your house is protected down, like I said, the most important thing y'all don't want to do is you don't want to fear. You don't want to fear. I don't care what it is. Do not fear. Because they feed off of fear. They feed off of that energy. And then that's where you get a lot of paranormal activity at. That's why they be slamming goddamn doors around your house. I hear it all the time. They do stuff. I be like, get the hell up. Get out of here right now. I don't feel like being bothered. I cuss their asses out in a minute. Get away from here. I'm not in the mood.
That's why in the movies, when you're watching like the scary movies, and you'll see like where these spirits are attacking these people, and once they say, fuck it, I'm going to see what the spirit wants, and then they communicate with them, and they stop being afraid, all of a sudden the movie ends, and they figure out everything, and they go on about their business. It's the same thing. They be telling you how to deal with these spirits in these movies, but people don't get it.
Sean Jackson, I want to say this. Your grandmother's not evil. Your grandmother's an elder. And in Africa, we're very big on paying homage to our elders and our babies, and we protect them with everything we got. And the reason why your grandmother appears to be evil is because she's an elder. She's an open portal for these disagreeable spirits. Mm-hmm. They feed off of the weak souls of elders and babies. That's why you have to protect your baby. When a baby is born in Africa, we put what we call a contadorge on the baby. And the bit is to protect them from spirits, okay? Now, we do the same thing with the elders because the elders are older and they're weak and they can enter their bodies. And not only that, you have to remember the elders and the babies are the closest to the spiritual realms. They can see clearer than we can see because they're the closest. The babies are coming out of the spiritual realm and the elders are going into the spiritual realm. So they actually can see and they're bothered more by these disagreeable spirits. So, again, it's very important. You know, Africans in America don't know this, but in Africa, you know, first the baby's born, the first thing we do, we put contadorge on the baby. The baby's protected from these spirits, okay? It's a black and white bead that we put, and we put it on the baby, and then we celebrate. We do the, you know, the whole ritual for the week when the baby's born. It's a lot more than that. But the point is, that's why it's important to protect your elders and babies. Now, my grandmother, she lived with me. I was taking care of my grandmother. She transitioned in 2014. But trust me, I had her room protected. But my grandmother was also no joke because she was also a traditional witch, okay? And we literally called her a witch because she was no joke. But the point is, she still was older and weaker. So I had to protect her. I had to make sure her room was protected. I had to make sure she had protection on. You know what I mean? So your grandmother is not really evil. You need to get protection for her, because what's happening is them spirits are using her body.
Carla Moreno said she dreamed of people she'd never met before.
You probably meeting them in other realms. You probably, because I do the same thing. When I have dreams, I'll be like, I never met this person before. You probably meeting them in other realms, and yes, you can travel to other realms in the dream state. Quite a few years ago, this girl's mother said she saw a black woman with a white turban standing behind me. Her daughter said she was a white witch. A black woman with a white turban. Was it a dream or was it real? She probably could see spirits, and I don't see that she was no white witch. I don't necessarily like to use that terminology in America, because they don't understand the terminology of what witch means. Which basically is meaning that you are intertwining, being able to deal with the energy of the universe, of the elements. Okay. I'm saying that this woman was a traditional healer. Okay. She was a very powerful traditional healer. It could be one of your grandparents, your great-great-great-grandparent, okay? And I'm saying on your mother's side. This woman came from your mother's side, okay?
I guess the lady was
okay.
The lady that was reading her.
So the lady that was reading you seen this woman standing behind you, and I'm saying that this is a woman that came from the lineage of your maternal side, and this woman was a healer. I wouldn't say she was a white witch. I don't know who was reading you, but I see that she was a healer.
Maybe the woman that was reading was a white witch.
Okay, yeah, and they say white witch. That's Western terminology. They're saying white witch is supposed to be good. No, this woman was a African traditional healer. That's what I see, and I see that this woman came from your maternal side, your lineage. She came down, and again, it looks like maybe a 4th or 5th great grandmother. Okay, and she had a white tie around her. And what I'm seeing with this woman, she had very big breasts. She was a dark skinned woman, very dark skinned. Okay, and she looked like she might have been about 5'6", okay? And she had on her feet were barefooted. Her feet were barefooted, okay? And that's what I'm seeing with this woman.
She said the one behind her?
The one behind you. William Jean, yeah, they had the witch to try to kill witches because they were afraid of them.
They were killing innocent people, though.
You know what I mean? They were killing a lot of innocent people, too, that wasn't even witches, you know? But what we have to understand, as much junk as they talk, whether they're Christians or not Christians, I don't care what you believe in. As much junk as they talk, this whole planet is run by rituals. Let's not get it confused. Everything we do is a ritual. The churches do rituals. Let's not get it. They got altars in the church. Okay? They use the book of Psalms, which is spells. Okay? You understand? They do. Let me tell y'all something.
The whole Bible is...
Let's get it right. Everything we do is done by ritualistic measures. Okay? Everything we do is a ritual. The church can't talk about the goddamn witches or the traditional healers or the voodoo priests, because they do rituals too. You got Baptist church that do rituals. You got the Protestants that do rituals. You got the Catholics that do rituals. Go in the Catholic church. Every time I would step a foot in the Catholic church, I would get chills up and down my body, because I felt nothing but demons in there. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Demons. You go in there and all you hear, Damien. All you hear is that, and they got candles. What do you think that's it? It's an altar. They setting up their candles. So what's so different than what they say that witches or voodoo priests or traditional healers do? What's so different? You at your altars doing rituals with your candles?
Sun Moon said he had a dream the Dogon priests were chanting and telling him to chant to the ancestors for what's about to come. Sun Moon, you need to go back to your original culture. I don't know if you're dealing with Wiccan or whatever, but you need to stick more to the African stuff.
Dogon priest told you that? Tori Moon. You know what that means in Dogon language? That means basically like Ashe. Tori Moon. Okay? That's Dogon language. That's Mali. Now, the Dogon, as you know, if you had a dream about that, then that's a beautiful thing. because they're communicating with you. Now, you remember the Dogon actually are the ones who said that we came from Sirius A and Sirius B. You have the Zulus who said they came from Mars. Okay? Now, that's why I said, and my personal spiritual eye and theory is that we came from water. I'm with the Dogon on that. It makes logical sense. But then you had the Dogons who talked about Amma, okay? Amma, which is the fish that came out of the sea to tell us how to treat us about humanity and teach us life. This is the Dogon, you know, and I'm not going to say mythology because I can't stand when they say that shit because they always want to call our truth mythology when it's true. When you know, you feel it in your DNA, okay? Now, the Dogons actually have a direct connection with ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt, okay? And I actually, years ago, went into it spiritually and seen for myself, okay? Seen for myself. Dogon people are very powerful people, okay? Very powerful. Very connected, okay? So if a Dogon priest told you that, say it again, you said the Dogon priest told you, hold on, let me go back and read it. Right, the Nomos. But you had the Nomos, and then you had the Egg Amma, that they say that life was created. If you look at the Egg Amma, it got 4 directions, the 4 cardinal points, okay? That's another whole show, family. That's another whole show. But what's crazy about this, though, is that, you know, when you're getting these downloads into your body, pay attention to them. Write them down. Write it down. Pay attention to the signs and symbols that they're giving you. Because I know they were giving me all kind of symbols to draw on and different things to do. And they would tell me to do this and they would tell me to do that. Years ago, they told me to start doing rituals by the planets. But when I actually did the rituals, you know, we have shrines set up outside. When I actually did the rituals, they said to write it backwards. And write it from left to right, not right to left. This is a message they gave me years ago. So what it did is when I wrote that planet names backwards, which like Jupiter is repertoire, right? Repertoire. Backwards, it mirrored the earth. Jupiter is the most spiritual planet. So when I did a ritual outside and I did it backwards, it mirrored Jupiter, and whatever energy it put out, that ritual worked fast. Very quickly, okay?
Somebody said, should we wear unks?
Should we wear unks? You could. You could wear unks, but make sure when you get them, you put your own power into them.
It's better than wearing a cross because that represents death.
Right. Put your own power into it. You know, the Ankh also was very magical. Not only did it mean life, you know, the womb, the woman, the phallus, the woman's womb, and the 2 babies. It also, if you notice, if you go onto the walls and the hieroglyphics on the walls in ancient Kemet, you understand, you'll see them. They're using it a lot to do magic with. And see, this is what they fail to tell you. They're using that Ankh to do magic with.
Somebody said they have bad dreams sometimes about evil people trying to get them, and the Lord will jump in front of them and put a bubble around them and they will disappear.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay. Star Power said you had a dream about a flood in your state.
She said years ago.
Years ago? Well, you know, dreams actually, if you dreamt about water, water actually is the effect of your emotions. So if you dream about water, it is something going on with your personal emotions, okay? That's what they say. All right, family, I'll take 1 or 2 more questions and I have to get off here. It's 11:30. I have to get up early. So if you have any more questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. And then we're going to be out of here, okay? September 23rd, I want to get to that. September 23rd, I don't see anything magnificent happening. But don't be surprised if they try to, you know, make you think something's going on, okay? I see them trying to pull something off. To kind of scare humanity, okay? As I said, they're going to try to live out as much as their Bible revelations as they can, but I do see something, but I see that it's not going to be real, and it's going to be something that they planned out. You know what I mean? So don't don't get scared. Some are saying that it's going to be the planet Nibiru coming into the earth. First of all, I already believe that these beings are here. I believe that they're meeting with councils right now. Over in the Antarctic, over in Antarctica, they all meeting and they talking about it. I believe that there was a meeting that took place and these beings are saying, get it together, human beings, y'all better get it right and clean this earth up. That's what I believe. Okay? But it's nothing to get scared about. It's like something always they come out with, especially some of the Christians. Oh, well, it's the end of the world. Oh, Revelations. That's like it was supposed to end in 2000. Now they're saying, some are saying it's the end of the world. Some are saying the Annunaki could come in. Some are saying that Nibiru is going to come into the earth. There's so many different stories of what's going on. I don't see nothing happening major like that, but I do see something being planned to make you think that this is taking place, okay? And I'm not getting a clear picture of what, but they're going to try to pull something. I don't know, something out of water, something's going to take place, and I keep seeing either they're going to try to say the ships came out of water or something. But they're going to try to make you believe a lot of stuff, okay? Are there beings from Cyrus and Lyra coming here in October? A gentleman on Facebook said there would be a massive visitation. Honestly speaking, I already think that they're here. I don't think they're coming when they say they're coming. I'm thinking they're already here. And as a matter of fact, Spirit shows me they're already here. Let me tell you what Spirit showed me now. Spirit keeps showing me these giant warrior beings walking around the earth right now. Spirit showed me these giant, like these big warrior beings that's walking around. And what's crazy is they already here. They're trying to make you think they're coming. They're here already. They're here. Kemsa, is there any way to stop the polar cap? Nope, because this has to take place. Remember, we're in the age of Aquarius, age of air and water. Yeah. Water has to cleanse this earth. They have tainted it. They have dirtied it. They have dirtied her womb. You understand? They polluted it. They're digging and they're doing oil. I mean, I can't even go on and on about what they did to this earth. And these beings honestly know about the resources on this earth. And this is why they get mad, because they ain't going to let them destroy the goddamn elements and certain things on this earth that is needed to do what they have to do. And what I'm seeing spiritually is that they have to, the poles have to melt. We're in a transformation. It's time again. The time of water. Okay? I just had a dream with the big sharks in the sky, like 3 different shades. And you know what's funny? Did somebody tell me, did I have a dream like there were sharks in the sky? I think it was my daughter who told me she had a dream about sharks in the sky. Somebody told me about a dream like that. The world of 1,000 planets. Is it a man that is doing it or someone actually manipulating man into doing it? Into doing what? Renee, that's what I'm saying. They're going to try to create a false flag. That's what I see. If something does come about, it's going to be false. To make you think that Revelations, you understand, is coming to pass. That's what I see. But need not to worry, people. Do not fear. Do not fear. Just prepare them. Okay? Exactly, doofus. They're making her sick. They've been making her sick. Been making her sick.
Oh man, that sounded like an insult. Exactly.
Well, that's the name. Doofus faced up. Whatever. All right, family. Look.
Website.
Nice.
We done gave you the website a million times, Sun Moon.
It been nice, but got to go early in the morning. Got to get up. So it been nice. I enjoyed y'all. Again, like I said, for September 23rd, I don't see nothing really happening. I see they're going to plan it out like you said. Okay. What else did we say? Saturn, there was other beings. We talked about that. And then we talked about Annunaki. There's more. There's other beings besides the Annunaki, though. Everybody talks about the Annunaki, but there's a lot more other beings than the Annunaki. Okay? But you know, Anunnaki is with the ancient Sumerians. There's a lot to that, too. But they've been here. They've been watching. And there's so many other beings watching, and the beings that I just told you all that I see are giants walking around here, spiritually. They're monitoring. They're going from, and I'm gonna tell y'all, these beings are so brilliant. It's like they can astral plane. They go from different countries. They go to different countries, and they're just watching. That's what I see. These beings are watching. You know what I mean? So anyway, family, we'll see y'all probably on, what's today? Monday. We'll see y'all on Wednesday, okay? On Wednesday. So come back, tune in here Wednesday, 10 o'clock. We'll see y'all. Got something you want us to talk about, be sure to put it in the chat, okay? Or inbox me here, okay? Something special you want us to talk about. Y'all prepare this week, because some of y'all going to deal with some weather this week. Some Hurricane Irma, another one's coming behind her. Y'all prepare. You get your water, get your flashlights, get your candles, okay? So on a note, we'll see everybody on Wednesday. If y'all on the East Coast, get ready. If y'all in the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Florida, get ready. Okay? Peace and blessings, family.
You already turned it up?
No, not yet. How many ice I got? How many ice I got?
What did you have?